the Dharma friends. Happy to see you all. Thank you, thank you. Tahidele. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, let us start our refuge and the four immeasurables with this yellow book, page number 4 and 5. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly by the merit of generosity and the other perfections. May I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merit of generosity and the other perfections, may I attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all beings. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings, limitless as space, have happiness and the cause of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May they not be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Okay, so today we have another recitation. I think this recitation is very profound. Every Sunday we have been reciting Manjushri. So today we recite the another prayer. So I know you don't have this text, so it's okay. Only we recite today. So I just recite and you follow. Now you repeat me. But then this I recite. I'm going to recite in English, so it's very easy to understand. So this is a profound teaching, and it's a really wonderful part. So I will recite. So please you repeat me, okay? Now that I have found a precious human body,
human body,
possessing all the qualities of freedom and advantage, and have met the teachings of the flawless practice lineage. Please grant your blessings that the awareness of impermanence will sweetly dawn within my mind,
will sweetly down within my mind,
and thereby may the 8 worldly concerns collapse,
and thereby the 8 worldly concepts collapse.
as I am frightened
As I am frightened
and uncertain as to
and uncertain as to
when the Lord of Death
when the Lord of Death
will suddenly appear
will suddenly appear
and stake my fragile life.
and strike my fragile life.
Grant your blessings
Grant your blessings
that I may practice
that I may practice
the whole Dharma
the whole Dharma
with fervent diligence,
with fervent diligence,
which will surely be
which will surely be
of benefit
benefit
in this
in this
and future lives.
and future lives.
Grant your blessings
Grant your blessings
that I am able to
that I am able to
discern between
discern between
what I should
what I should
and should not do
and should not do
according to the
according to the
prohibitions,
prohibitions
such as the
as the
3 kinds of vows
three kinds of vows
taken with the master,
taken with the master,
the disciples,
the disciples,
and the yidam,
and the yidam,
and bless me
and bless me
to know what to do
to know what to do
and what to avoid
and what to avoid
in accordance with the
in accordance with the
subtle workings
workings
of karma cause and effect
of karma cause and effect
since beginnerless time.
since beginningless time.
I have experienced
I have experienced
only suffering
only suffering
in the 6 realms of samsara.
in the 6 realms of samsara.
Grant your blessings
Grant your blessings
that I may bring
that I may bring
forth renunciation and with deepest sadness
and with deepest sadness
towards this existence.
towards this existence.
May I strive for liberation
May I strive for liberation
in seeking their own benefit.
in seeking their own benefit.
Sentient beings have created evil,
Sentient beings have created evil,
suffered greatly,
greatly,
and endured much pain for countless
and endured much pain for countless
lifetimes in the past.
lifetimes in the past.
Recognizing them
Recognizing them
to be my parents,
to be my parents,
grant your blessings
grant your blessings
that I may develop
that I may develop
compassion
compassion
and the supreme resolve
and the supreme resolve
of bodhicitta.
of bodhicitta.
Grant your blessings
Grant your blessings
that my practice of perfectly
that my practice perfectly
realized Mahamudra,
realize Mahamudra,
the unelaborated Dharma sphere,
the unelaborated dharma spheres
may unify with the accumulation
with the accumulation
of great merit,
of great merit,
generosity, and so forth.
generosity, and so forth.
Grant your blessings
Grant your blessings
that with the will like weapon
with the wheel-like weapon
of the profound path,
of the profound path,
I may completely sever the web of samsaric existence.
I may completely sever the weight of samsaric existence,
The karmic winds of the conceptual wind.
the karmic winds of the conceptual wind,
Thereby
thereby
may I attain
may I attain
in this very life
in this very life
the state of the presenting master Vajradhara,
the state of the presented master Vajradhara,
the powerful lord of the four kayas.
the powerful Lord of the four kayas.
Okay, thank you so much. Keep this in your mind during this teaching and during the Dharma discussion. So this recitation is much profound than my teaching for many years. So keep this. I hope this recitation lead your mind in the Dharma path flawlessly. And then today's our teaching is essence of the Mahayana. So essence of the Mahayana is not outside of our life. The essence of Mahayana is inside of our mind. However, right now we are Sangha, Dharma students. Sooner or later, we will become enlightened. At that time, we greatly benefit all mother thinking beings. In fact, we can empty this samsara, and we can transform this samsara into nirvana. Samsara and nirvana are inherently inseparable. Samsara and nirvana are same, but right now we are following delusion. So what we see, what we hear, what we feel, what we smell, what we touch, so all of these things are samsaric phenomena. But when we understand the essence of these things, then everything is a profound emptiness. At that time, we cannot even hear the name of suffering, the name of obstacles. So that's why we are going to practice. So today is the verse number, I think, number 8. Number 8. Number 8, and it says, regardless of whether you are born as a hell being, hungry ghost, or animal, or as a human demigod or god, you will be afflicted by the sufferings of heat, cold, hunger, and thirst. you will be subject to delusion and stupidity, birth, death, and all related suffering. You will be subject to strife and fighting and to dying and transition. Transition. Okay, so the most of the time we hear the six realms. At that time we image, oh, six realms are somewhere. But six realms are not somewhere, but six realms are here in our body. So if we do not purify the cause of these six realms, then we will reborn in the six realms. So, for example, we have a imprint of God's realm and God's here between eyebrow. There is a seeds of self-pride. So sometimes the self-pride carry out our life. That's where we think, oh, I'm very powerful, I'm super, I'm very educated, I am the spiritual master. So then I'm always ready to insult other beings, I'm ready to blame other beings, I'm ready to scold other people and other beings. Yes, in this moment, we can do that through the our self-pride, but the result is come back. At that time, we cannot for being tolerance. At that moment, we cannot say it's okay, it's my karmic result. The example is if today I'm a headache, I can say, oh, I really need medicine. I cannot teach today because I'm a headache. At that today I cannot say, oh, this is my karmic result, so I'm okay, no medicine, I can do work, I can teach, I can do everything. So that is how what happens in our life. So we are going to eliminate the seeds of self-pride. We don't want to eliminate God's realm. We can't, but we can eliminate seeds of self-pride. That means we will not rebirth in the God's realm. Perhaps you think, oh, we need to reborn in the God's realm because sometimes we pray and supplicate that may I reborn in the God's realm. But at that time, we do, yes, I agree, we do that sometimes, but the main reason is we try to close the stage of enlightenment step by step. So that's where sometimes we say, may I reborn in the higher realms. Anyhow, the reason why we do not criticize the God's realm and gods and goddesses, of course, we rejoice some part of their positions or their qualities. But the reason we say we don't try to reborn in the God's realm because they have tremendous suffering in one time. That suffering is actually just one time it happened, but then this suffering is kind of much less. It's really very tremendous suffering. For example, if I give you an example, you are in an aeroplane and you are going to go maybe your favorite place to meet your best friend or your family somewhere, and they are inviting to you, and they are preparing like a wedding ceremony or something like that. They collected plethora of food, very delicious food, and they arranged such a beautiful flowers and everything, and they make plan to they invite you to very beautiful gardens or beautiful places, mountainside, riverside, and everywhere. But in the airplane, you are flying from maybe 5 hours, and the middle maybe you already flew 3 hours, and then still you are going to fly maybe 2 hours, for example. In the middle of there, if your airplane fall down on the ground, that if you notice that at that moment, what do you think? What do you feel? So at that time, uh, maybe you supplicate or you try to do you try to save yourself. At that moment, probably you don't try to save your very expensive mobile phone like a 16 Apple or 15 or laptops and whatever you have. You even you can at that moment you can throw away your bank account, the social security numbers. You don't care, but only you try to protect your life. But no way it falls down. Actually, this is not a good example. Hope no one will experience that. But similarly, in the God's realm, first they are very kind of enjoy. The gods are some of gods are really handsome, and the goddesses are really beautiful, exquisite or something. And then there are the places that are picturesque. It's really marvelous. It's really wonderful. But then suddenly they notice, oh, I fall in the human realm. I fall in the animal realm. I fall in the hell realm. I fall in the hunger ghost realm. And they know that in the 7 days before, and then they have tremendous suffering. That suffering is much less. So for that reasons, we try to avoid, we try to eliminate that suffering. So that's where right now we say, oh, God's realm has some problem. That's why we will not make, we don't have hope to reborn there. And then demigod's realm is they have power, but some powers, but the 24/7 fighting outwardly and externally and internally, both ways. Internally, they are fighting means there arises jealousy. So if we have the jealousy, the seed of jealousy is in our throat. There is one channel that plays that is the kingdom of the jealousy. So that's where then the right now we have these seeds of demigods. So if we were reborn in demigod's realm, then 24/7 we are going to fight externally and internally. So there is no way to calm down peacefully. And then at the heart chakra, the heart area of the chest, there is the seeds of human. So right now we are human being. So there is that is actually attachment. Right now we have strong attachment, subtle and gross attachment. Attachment with environment, attachment with everything. As the main problem is dissatisfied. So that's where right now we attain a human being. So then we utilize our precious human life, and we are going to attain Buddhahood. We don't want to reborn in the human life again. But the one thing is, some of my friends they says, "Oh, I would like to come back. After I die, I would like to come back in the human realm." But there is no guarantee. There is no sure. we really can come back, or as a this moment condition. For example, after I die, I still try to come back in the human realm. I'm not sure I will become spiritual master or not. I'm not sure I become dharma practitioner or not. I'm not sure I have some student or not. Right now, I have some students, and I have I'm a spiritual master, and I studied Buddha Dharma and practiced. So that's where right now I can teach and I can do that. So I attached that. For that reasons, I say I would like to come back. I have no guarantee. I'm not sure. So then in human being, we have many sufferings. That we all know. Oh, this person, my family or relatives or some loved one passed away. At that time, we are crying. At that time, we are crying. We are not laugh. That reason is we are suffering in human realms when they die, and when we die, then there are tremendous suffering when death comes. During the death process, right now we don't know. No one die in this life. I mean, we are not die yet. We are not dying yet, but we will. So at that moment, how much sufferings, that sufferings mentioned in the Dharma teaching. So that's why we don't want to reborn in this human realm, but we can supplicate and we pray that some who are in the lower realms, may they reborn in the human realm, and may they found precious human life, and then may they attain Buddhahood. That's what we do. And then we have the seeds of animal in the navel chakra. So that's where, if right now we don't do good thing, then especially if we follow so much ignorance, then we will reborn in the animal realm, and we will become animal. And then in other way, we think, oh, if I reborn in the animal realm, I'm okay. If I become dog, then I'm okay. Especially the some good owners, they feed very good food, and they take me to the listen Dharma teachings. They take me the dogs park, and they give some healthy food, and they buy some clothes, dog's leash. So then we think, oh, somebody, the dog's leash is on the neck with a rope, yeah. And then we attach that, and we think, oh, I'm okay. Usually we think that. But yeah, some dogs have a good, some pet are very fortunate. They have a good karma in some case, but it takes so long to attain Buddhahood. Actually, there says before reborn in human being, we will the sentient being become dog. Sentient beings becomes dogs. That means if this right now I'm a dog, then my next stage is a human life. Usually it says that. But still we in another way we know that we don't want to experience a single suffering. Yeah, single suffering, even single harsh word. If I use a single harsh word, it cuts your heart. It cuts your heart. At that time, you are unhappy, as you are experiencing suffering. So that's why we cannot tolerance with a single suffering. That's why we don't want to being human being. We don't want to be on the animal life. So then animal has other sufferings. That we know that sometimes they have no drink water. Sometimes they don't have shelter in shadow, as the sun is very hot. Sometimes the temperature is very cold, it's freezing, but still they don't have warm, they don't have a heater. If even we just keep them in the very kind of a luxury house. I mean, inside has the heater and the fans, everything there. But the animals, they cannot turn on them. They cannot turn off this. That means they have ignorance. Their ignorance and our forgetting are very similar. We forget, sometimes we forget, yeah? Forget, and that their ignorance are same. They forget how to do that. Even we teach, it's so difficult. So that's where, and then the people and the another animals, they eat each other's. People eat animals meat, cows meat, yaks meat, sheep, the lambs, and so forth. At that time, they can say, please, I am your enemy. I am your yak. I'm your cow. Until now, I feed you milk many times. Until now, I gave you wool. Sheep say, I gave you wool. That's why right now you have some warm clothes. I gave you my skin. I gave you my blood. That's where you can do that, eat, drink many things. I gave you many cheese. But the owner says it's ready to eat, but they cannot say it. They can feel it, they cannot say. So that's why are we need to reborn in the animal realm. And some animals, they cannot eat food. Some animals are, for example, in some places I watch some movies, some animal went to the mountainside, there are tigers, lions, they attack wolves and so forth. They attack them. And then they try to go to the riverside, and then the crocodiles, they attack them. So a whole day they are, how to say, busy. Actually, we say we are busy. Still, that is a suffering of preventive suffering, but not a suffering of suffering, and change of that is not suffering of suffering. But these animals are busy with the suffering of suffering. So we always need to feel it, and then we can arise compassion. Yeah. So there are countless sufferings if we are mentioning about this. And then hungry ghosts. Hungry ghosts are right now they are invisible. Most of these we cannot see. That's where we say hungry ghost. We have no more feeling, but in the reality, they are thirsty. They are thirsty. That's where they are 24/7. They thirst 24/7. That's where they feel the fire flames in their stomach, in their throat. So there was a story, the one Bodhisattva, he met a hungry ghost. And then this hunger, that's a quite long story, may not need to complete, but this Bodhisattva met many children of a hungry ghost and a wife of a hungry ghost, mother of a hungry ghost. And then he asked why they are suffering tremendously by thirsty and hungry. And then he asked why is this happened and so forth. And then she, that mother, hungry ghost mother, she sent a message to that Bodhisattva. When my husband went to find food for 3 years, but he did not return. So we are almost die, but we could not die. We almost die because of hungry, but I cannot. We are almost burned because of thirsty, but we cannot burn. That means that they experience that suffering day in and night. So then this Bodhisattva went that place, and then he searched that hungry ghost husband, and then he found. And then he found a hungry ghost. That Bodhisattva cannot just look at his body and face and so forth. Very weak, almost die, but still. And he always, and then he said, that Bodhisattva said, your children and wife are waiting for you 3 years. And they say if you will not come back, they almost die, but they are tremendously hungry and thirsty, so they are waiting for you. And then this hungry ghost replied that, for 3 years, I wandering to get food and drink something, but I cannot get. I could not get. But only one term, one monastic, he spell it like a, he said, like a, it's spells or something. Spit, yes. Spit. And then I hold this for my kids and my wife. So he could not eat that because he kept that for his wife and kids. But only that, just not enough. That's why he tried to get another one. But there are plenty of food, the remainder of food, and so there are big rivers and so forth. They cannot use it because of their karma. And then he hold this spit. So thank you, spit. And then he hold like this, and his nail make a hole from here, and his nail come there. He hold this. So in generally, when we eat food and we dedicate something, we should do compassionately. If we don't do compassionately, then they cannot get it. They don't have ability to take it. For example, I have a tea here, water, and I just put it here. They cannot get it. They see it, but they cannot come. They are afraid. And then, if I just dedicate without compassion, still they cannot get it. If I do compassionately, then they can get it. But I just do it compassionately. If they don't have this karma, then they cannot get. It's quite complicated. So there is a story in one monastery. It's just a few decades years ago, maybe a few hundred years ago. One lama has a monk. Then that monk passed away. And then that lama every afternoon practices sur dedication. I'm going to teach to you the sur after this teaching. I have planned to teach you, and I hope you all can practice that. It's really profound practice. So make small fire, and inside of small there's some pour some substances, and then you just utilize some symbol. Only one very easy symbol I will demonstrate to you at that time, and then you recite this with this symbol. So play that symbol. So then that lama he practiced that sur. Actually, this sur practice is very important, especially someone who passed away for 49 days. It's very important. We are practicing here, never missing that. So that lama is very higher lama. So he practiced the sur, and then his student monk coming, only he sees. He could see. Other people cannot see him because that is a Pardo being, yeah. and that monk's coming, but he can't come close, and he cannot eat that sour practice, the sour substances. And then that higher lama, he very deeply arise compassion because he's a student, yeah. And then he noticed that, oh, right now it is a part of being, and then he arose very deep compassion from bottom of his heart, and suddenly this monastic, he came and he eat these sour substances, and he almost tries to eat the fire and firewood, something like that. Actually, there is not exactly firewood, but so it's kind of like a ashy or something. After fire burned, and still there are some fire. So when we do make sour, we don't want to make a big fire like that. So that's why the hungry ghosts has hungry beings have tremendous suffering. If we are hungry only one day, what happened? We know only we are thirsty for a few minutes. How is our feeling? So we learning through our feeling, and then we try to avoid to reborn or rebirth in the hungry ghost realm. And then hell beings, we know that 24/7 they have the suffering. So they have tremendous suffering. So that's where these the seeds of 6 realms are step by step stay through our chakras, from the crown, forehead chakra to the secret chakra between there, and some are the center of feet. So there are some mantras. They are represent of these the seeds of the 6 realms of beings. So if we try to eliminate the 6 realms, we are going to practice. So the antidote of, that's where there are 7 branch. 7 branch practice is exactly the antidote of 6 realms. So, for example, we do prostration. Recently, some of you may know I am leading this preliminary practice, refuge and prostration part. At that time, I also mentioned that the prostration is antidote of self-pride. Within recite some these refugee prayers. Then and then offering is antidote of greed. And then confession is antidote of angry emotion. The rejoice is the antidote of jealousy. Then supplicate to teach is antidote of ignorance. Teaching is antidote of ignorance. Then we request that our guru and spiritual masters have long life. That is antidote of doubt. Then and then dedication is antidote of self-grasping. So there are 7 branches. These 7 branches are antidote of these emotions, these 7 emotions. Last one is self-grasping. So the offering is actually antidote of greed and attachment. For that reasons, 6 realms are in our channels. That means they are ready to mature or ready to repent. Ready to repent. If we arise anger emotion frequently, and then after we die, then our destination is hell realm. That means right now we are charged, we support the seeds of hell realm because we accumulate angry emotion. And then if we often arouse jealousy, then our next destination is a demigod realm. After we rebirth in the demigod realm, we have no freedom. That, oh, I don't want to fight. We cannot say. But you are fighting. You will fight because internally your jealousy arises. When jealousy arises, there's no happiness. That always like it's a strife and fighting. Strife or strife. And then attachment. We often accumulate attachment. Then our next destination is again in this human life. But if right now we are very unique human being because we all possess precious human life. But then another next life, if we reborn in the human life, we are not sure what kind of human being. Right now our eyes can see, ears can hear, especially ears can listen Dharma teaching. Eyes can see the Buddha and this Buddha's statue and the Guru and the Sangha, so forth. But the nostrils can smell like incense and the auspicious substances. And then feeling can touch like this wonderful weather, temperatures, and so forth. But another next life, we are not sure that's merit support or not. Still, probably we don't have that merit. So that's where it is time to do attain Buddhahood. We all need that. We need some confidence that I can attain Buddhahood. Okay. So we aren't to go somewhere to eliminate these seeds of 6 realms. We can eliminate them on this meditation cushion in your house. So because we have precious human life, we possess precious human life. Because the precious human life means we have a special opportunity. So you watch, you think yourself, do you have a special opportunity or not? You just think by yourself. If you are a little bit dissatisfied, oh, maybe I don't have a house, maybe I don't have a car, maybe I don't have a friend, maybe I don't have something what I need, but you compare with someone. Right now, in this moment, someone in the hospital, do you believe? They are shooting. The shooting means they are crying. Because they experience suffering in this moment. If you are that person, what would you do? You compare. You are very sit on the chair or on the meditation cushion, and you especially you have time. Somebody really wanted to practice Dharma, but they don't have time. Just to give you an example, someone really wanted to talk with Ngachir Rinpoche, for example. But Ngachir Rinpoche is here. He is not in Tibet right now. In Tibet, they say Ngachir Rinpoche, and they cry, and they really want to ask some Dharma questions. They really want it. to ask some dharma questions. They really wanted to ask him to protect from their obstacles, the suffering, but no contact. Majority of these things. So you compare them. Like it's quite similar, you know. Someone, even what is dharma, they never heard in their life. So that's where you right now you have a precious human life, means you have golden opportunities. This opportunity established by yourself. So why are you going to waste it? So you always should think that. Why am I going to waste it? Because I accumulated this merit for many lives. It suddenly can't occur this. In other hand, we think, oh, this days we can listen Dharma everywhere because this spiritual masters giving teaching through online or their recordings, we can do that. That means we accumulate a profound merit in our past lives. That's where this result happens right now. But these results are very temporary. Very temporary. Everything is impermanent. Everything is changing. We are not sure always do we have this opportunity or not. So it is time to eliminate the seeds of 6 realms, and then we are going to cultivate a profound merit to attain Buddhahood in this very life. So when I focus towards you all, I have confidence, and I confidently can say that you can attain Buddhahood in this very life. Because fundamentally you possess Buddha nature. That we cannot buy anywhere. We cannot ask a scientist to make it. We cannot request the Buddhas, please utilize your compassion and bestow some Buddha nature. If Buddha could do that, he already did, but he could not. That is law of karma. But on the other hand, we all possess Buddha nature. So that is the main thing. And then we are going to purify some temporary obscurations. In brief, right now we are like sleeping, and we are dreaming. Sometimes some of you dreams like wandering in the picnic, or some you are traveling to different places. So that's where that is part of your attachment. Some of you are dreaming like fighting with someone and they use some weapons and you are so afraid and nervous. Some of you may be dreaming like some snake bite you or tiger bites you or something like that. So everybody have different dreams. And then the teaching is, hi my friend, just move on your shoulders, say wake up. Right now you are sleeping, you are dreaming. That is not real things. If you wake up, the tiger is not with you. Snake is not in your bedroom. And you the wake up. Right now you are sleeping and you are dreaming. The teaching is like that. And then still you are snoring and sleep and don't care what is how many the calling by this by teachings. You don't care that, and then you afraid, oh, snake almost bite, and you jump this side, you try to jump that side, but there is some tigers try to attack to you, something like that. So you are very kind of fear and suffering there. But if you say, oh, you possess Buddha nature, that means you should wake up. Oh, I really do it. So first you are going to trust faith. Trust faith means you are going to trust that you are possessing Buddha nature. Second, you are going to understand it. I understand. That means you are going to know that there is a one person. If you you are going to first there is a one person, yeah, and then you are going to know each other, and then you become good friends. Then your relationship is very strong. Your harmony is very beautiful. Harmonies is very beautiful. So that's where you help each others. Similarly, right now you are going to. It is time to wake up. It is time to wake up, and then you are. So you have this, all of these opportunities. Someone would like to wake up, for example, tomorrow. If some are going to go early morning, they don't have alarm clock, and they because they don't have a watch or clock, and the problem is they have sleep, very deeply sleep after they fall asleep, and then no one call them. Unfortunately, tomorrow the aeroplane already flew, or car is already, like a bus is already gone, and then the one cannot go wherever one wanted to go. But we are not like that. We have alarm clock. We can set alarm clock. Tomorrow you are going to wake up like a 5 a.m. You can set your alarm clock or something like, or you can ask someone, please call me tomorrow. I'm going to go somewhere at 5 a.m. something like that. So right now you have everything. You have everything. Even the example is I already. If you are going to go to toilet, restroom, you can cultivate dharma. And then you are going to restaurant, shop in Safeway or Walgreens or wherever you are going to go, you can accumulate merit. So that means your fingers, nails, hairs, and your all the branches of body, even your steps or sit down or stand up, all of these actions and whatever even you possess your clothes and whatever, everything can be the cause of your enlightened mind, your enlightenment. You have a kind of this inconceivable opportunity or unfathomable this opportunity, because you accumulate that are the result of your wonderful deeds or wonderful practices in the past lives. Definitely you all keep some vow in the past lives. Definitely you all supplicated that may I reborn in the high realms. That's where you are in the high realm. Yeah. So that's why the we are going to save our time. We don't want to waste our precious time. And also then if we can practice dharma very well, we can solve many problems in this life. Majority problems are not problems. So, for example, in the 37 Bodhisattvas way of life, it says, whatever appears are one's own mind. One's own mind is simplicity and emptiness. So that's where don't perceive all kind of the appearances or whatever happened into you. So if we apply dharma methods, even physically sick, then we can enjoy. We can be enjoy with that sickness. Who could do that? Many bodhisattvas did. They say, when I am sick, I'm getting sick, I'm happy because it purifies my negative karma of past lives or these past years. So they are happy. And then if they are not sick, still they are happy. They say, oh, if I have a healthy body, healthy life, I can help other beings more than now. So either way, they are happy. So this method come from where? Come from Dharma. So when you have physical issue, think that I cannot suddenly say that this thinking completely recover from your illness. But don't expect that you completely recover from illness. So, but you can reduce the suffering. For example, if you lost your friend, like a romantic friend, and your friend left you, maybe. You love so much in that person, but that person left you, and you think, oh, you feel tremendous suffering, and your imagination is only that person. You don't like to eat, you don't like to drink, you don't like to work. But if you apply Dharma, you immediately can eliminate that problem. How do you think? Impermanence. Today he or she left me. I can find another one next time. So it means I don't care him or her, don't think. Don't arise negative thinking towards him or her. Instead, you can do, yeah, you doesn't like me, you don't like me, so you left me. So I hope you get good friends who take care of you, who loves you, who is very sincere with you. But I'm okay. So if I need, if I want, I try another one so I can get. In this world, there are billions of human beings. So the many people cannot think that. When one person left one person, at that time they think, oh, then everything is finished. So I heard many students in the schools, they jumped from the towers, buildings. See that their parents spend lots of money. They save their money by their sweat. That means hard undertaking hardship. And they have big hope they get great job. But in the school, they met some schoolmates, classmates, and then become friends. And then they left. At that time, they are suffering like this way. Likewise, when one's close one or family or so forth, when they passed away, at that time, instead of keeping sadness, what should you do? What can you do? Is you recite a prayer. If you cry at that time, you keep sadness, and that person have a special clairvoyance. Right now we don't have clairvoyance because we eat very thick, very gross food, to be honest. That means it covered some blocks, some channels, and so forth. So Pardo beings, they have a clairvoyance, they immediately know you are crying. And then they are sad. They don't have wisdom, clairvoyance. Their clairvoyance is not wisdom. So if they have wisdom, they think, oh, since I'm die, so I'm ready to visualize my Yidam deity, my Buddha, my Guru, and then they can attain that, but they can't. They only know where you put their things, where you transportation their money from bank or something like that, where their blanket and where their another like a golden rings or earrings or necklace, something where they put everything they know, they see. So that's where what can you do? You recite a prayer whenever they remember them. This is very important. For example, if your close one passed away, even last week or today or last years, whenever even your dog or pets, whoever who passed away, when you remember, that means you think Amitabha Buddha or Shakyamuni Buddha or Medicine Buddha or your this favorite Buddha or Yidam or your Guru, and then you just recite some prayers. If they already passed away maybe years ago, they passed away years ago, and they right now they rebirth in the human life, because of your prayer, it benefited them, their longevity, long life, or good job, or healthy life, or these successful, their business is a success, or their education is increased, whatever, everything goes very well because you have a special connection. So of course no one happy when one separate with one's loved one or relatives and so forth, but in the Dharma way, recite prayers. Even if your friend passed away years ago, even dog or whatever, and then the fortunate of that being's karma, for that the fortunate karma, that being has fortunate karma, that's where that being becomes like a spiritual master or higher Mahasiddha or something like that. Still you should dedicate your prayers. If you do that, then that these Mahasiddhas or these practitioners' activities flourish and profoundly benefit other beings. And then that means how you support them. So, and if we can utilize the right way, Dharma practice is very helpful. Visibly and invisibly, it supports us, help us, protect us. So that's where, to be honest, I don't, if I think, oh, I'm a Buddhist, I try to forget that things, still I just judge, I check, I examine Dharma is necessary or not in this life. Definitely it is. It is very necessary in our life, in our societies. So, but the thing is, many people, they don't know what is the Dharma, and some knows the Dharma, but they don't know how to practice. Especially some practitioners, for example, oh, morning is my recitation moment, so I'm not speak with you, I'm not pick up phones messages, and I'm recite a lot. So it's wonderful. And then it is time to my breakfast, and come to breakfast to eat, and somebody makes angry to me, and I'm very seriously angry. Then my recitation is somewhere, practice is somewhere, mantra accumulation is somewhere, but here I'm seriously angry. So that happened. We don't want to criticize any practitioners, but since from today, what should we do? What we want to know is morning practice, recitations, meditations, or accumulations, all are wonderful. But during the breakfast, somebody makes unhappy or angry. At that time, we bring this back and utilize it. If we utilize that, sometimes seriously angry because of someone makes it, because of some cause of somebody, and then we utilize the morning practices, and then angry emotions it comes down. We feel like that. Angry emotion comes down. That moment is really, it's a joy. It's really, we can experience like a bliss. So if we can experience one time, and second time we really love to do it, and third time we spontaneously can do it. So that's where we should try. Sometimes we fall, we can do that. It's a very sweet part. It's over. We can excuse that. We can excuse because we are human being, and sometimes it happened, but we still try our best. Okay. And then next, verse number 9, the three jewels are beings, supreme refuge, and the root of the unexcelled, I think, teachings. Unexcelled teachings. They are permanent objects of refuge, a jewel treasure offerings, prostration. They are laid, L-A-I-D, okay, they are laid out as the three vehicles, and the supreme vows are the objects of practice, the essential training, their benefits, and their acquisition and loss will be explained. Verse number 9. So, if I ask you here directly, do you receive refuge vow? And then you say, yes, you do. And then, what are your refuge? If I ask you, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, yes. What are your three roots? Which are the Guru, Yedam, Dakini. What are your fruition? That is Dharmakaya, Sambhogakaya, Nirmanakaya. So right now you have non-special protectors. Non-special protectors are with you. So you are actually very safety people. Actually, the government presidents are very safety people because they have many bodyguard. But you are, how to say, you have more better than their bodyguards. So, for example, you have first your protector is who? Shakyamuni Buddha. Second, your protector is Dharma. Third, your protector are Sangha. So 3. So how does Buddha protect you? Buddha protect you when you are suffering, when you are have some facing challenges, difficulties, and then Buddha gives you a special medicine. That is his teaching. So Buddha, it says permanent objects of refuge. So permanent means they never betray or they never lie to you. If you have a strong faith in them, then they never lie to you. In 24/7 they protect you. So Buddha always stand up with you. And then Dharma, that we already discussed. So Dharma recitations, prayers, mantras, they all Dharma. And then Sangha is friend, over Dharma friends. Actually, the example of the Sangha are the Chinreze, Manjushiri, Samedabhadara are also we can say Sangha, they are great Bodhisattvas, and we are also Sangha for each others. We support each others, we help each others. So future, our main reason to discuss the Dharma discussion is to help each others, for helping each others. For example, if last year I had one problem, and I try to solve this problem through my Dharma practice or asking some questions and I get some answer, so forth. So I could solve that problem. So then today I share this. Some of you have same experience. Some of you may not have this problem right now, but it's possible in the future, or you are going to help someone in the future. That's way. It's very important. This Dharma discussion is very important to help. It's like a social service, something like that. How we help all mother thinking beings in this world. We can. We met only 1 hour in the Zoom, but our results of activities are actually speechless. So that's where you already took refuge vow. So you are going to keep your refuge vow. So the refuge vow is the foundation or fundamental of all the vows. If you are going to receive another vows, first you need a refuge vow. That's very important. So when you keep refuge vow, then actually this Buddha, Dharma, Sangha are with you. Your body is like a Sangha, your body is like a Buddha. Even we already discussed, you sit like this and meditate, or your hand put like this way and you are meditating. Then this body gives you a great benefit to attain Buddhahood. Or you do prostration, or you circumambulate, or you help to other beings by your hands. So there are many ways your body helps you. So your body is your Buddha. And then your speech. Your speech is you recite these prayers, and some animals hear these mantras. It greatly benefit them. And also you recite some mantras or these refuge prayers. It really benefit in this world. And it purifies your, the winds, impure winds and so forth. And then Sangha is your compassion. So 3 jewels are with you. And then Guru is your natural state of mind. Yidam is your the visualizations. And then these dakinis are your activities for benefit others. And then Dharmakaya is the form of your wisdom. And Sambhogakaya is the brilliant light of your wisdom wind. And Nemanakaya is your channels, wisdom channels. So these 9 protectors are with you. When you keep, after you have this refuge vow, actually we can say outer, inner, and secret. So 3 jewels protect you outwardly. The example is one person received the refuge vow, and then he crawled a branch, a big branch, and he met a ghost. ghost, and then this ghost tried to harm that person, and he recited refuge prayers. So that's why this ghost could not harm that person. So just recite or remember three jewels as a really benefit. And then these three root are the your inner protectors. That means, for example, when you you arise jealousy in the mind, your mind is a little bit unhappy internally, and if you understand that, and then you just try to understand the essence of jealousy. The essence of jealousy is rejoice. So that's how protect the guru to you. And then the yidams, how does protect is they bestowing many cities, common and uncommon cities to you. Uncommon city means your realizations. Even you meditate on impermanence for 1 minute, but your understanding is increasing and your realization is really wonderful. So then these Dakas and Dakinis, they are protect you when you have some obstacles, especially they helps you to not getting sick, like what is called this stroke or something like that. Stroke is the blood, unhygienic blood coming through some channels, and then blocks some channels, and then one have a stroke and one cannot move one's hand, or sometimes one cannot looking right or left side. It's happened often. So that's where that's if you this dragas and dakinis protect you to release from this disease, or they helps you to prevent them. And also they help you to invite many wonderful spiritual masters, and they created you to a wonderful circumstance to practice dharma. So right now you have opportunity. These are actually we can say they're created by our dakinis, protectors, dakas, I mean. So that's why we have this. So maybe you think, oh, I build my house, I spend my money, but your idea come from this dakinis. First, how to save your money, or how to then you are going to buy this. You can found that house, and then you can make outer room, or you so forth. So that's where your house is like a temple. It's really wonderful. Some houses are, I forgot that name. This is the like a person, prison or something. Then everybody know that it's whoever come there, they get punishment. So your house are mandala because you are practitioners, wonderful practitioners. So and then the Dharmakaya is actually it's how to say non-duality of our mind. So that's meditate. We can meditate profoundly. That is during the meditation, for example, shamatha meditation, the gross thoughts comes down. And meditate on vipassana, and we know essence of all the appearances. So we are free from appearances. And then we visualize the generate visualization of generate. Then we can see many yidams by our mind. And then we practice the completion stage. At that time, everything becomes dharmakaya. So they all how this protects the and then So these three kayas protect us, but then there is in that moment is mentioned about vows. So you are going to keep vows very well, purely. So, for example, refuge vow, keep refuge vow means best way is practice hundo. At that time, this refuge vow and other vows become very pure and clear. If you can do these preliminary practices, still you recite these 35 confessional Buddhas, 100 syllable mantras, it purifies all break samayas and all the mistakes. That's where your vows become flawless. So during the practice, keeping refuge vow, you are going to give up three things. Actually, I think you know that. Number one is you are going to, after you follow Buddha, and then kind of this spirits, gods, or something like that, then they come to you help spontaneously because they love Buddha. So you don't want to change your belief. I took refuge vow from Buddha. I have a refuge vow for Buddha, but then you are going to trust Buddha. Or maybe this tree is within this tree there is some naga that is better than the Buddha because that can protect me wonderfully. If you do that, that is a little bit mistake. But this, you can make friend with that naga, you can respect with that naga, but that naga protects you because of Buddha's blessing. So that's you are going to know. And then, and then when you take refuge vow in Dharma, so at that moment, then what should you do is you don't want to harm other beings, and you are going to respect even single Dharma words. You are going to respect it. So that's why many times we have books on the tables, on the Dharma books. At that time, it's better to not cross on the Dharma books, because then it's reduced our wisdoms, spiritual wisdom. So the best thing is the Dharma is actually, Buddha said in the future, I come as Dharma books. So that's why. Then when you take refuge from Sangha, when you have Sangha's vow, at that time, then you. This is very important, but there is some misunderstanding. Very important thing is actually in the teaching it says, don't follow non-Buddhist. But that's very important to understand. Otherwise, it seems it's a little funny, yeah. So after you receive vow, three jewels vow, and when you have a Sangha's vow, at that time, of course, all mother thinking beings are our mother and our friends, so we can go. We can spend our time. We can respect them. We can respect their culture. We can respect them. But some says that, oh, you killed this bird. If you kill this bird, you have a great merit. So after you receive the refuge vow, especially when you become Sangha, then you don't want to agree that. So that's very important. So it does not mean you are not allowed to speak non-Buddhist people. You cannot travel together with non-Buddhist people. Not like that. But person who tells you still this thing is virtue. All kill this being is virtue. You do this. All, like it's some negative activities. All some says give up 3 jewels. That is the virtue. At that time, you don't want to listen, but respectfully, you say, thank you for sharing this, show me this, or guide me this way, but I cannot. So I'm sorry. And then still from your mind, give back compassion instead of angry, resentment, and so forth. So then when you follow Dharma, the Sangha, keeping vow of Sangha, then you at least you are going to respect the books and Dharma books cover. There's some yellow robes, yellow clothes, red clothes, blue clothes, whatever. You are going to respect them. It does not mean there's too much kind of thing to do. It means it try to keep mindfulness. So improve your mindfulness. So when you see books cover, which is yellow or red or other colors, at that time you can remember Sangha. And when you see Dharma books, you can remember Dharma. When you see some statues or something like that, then at that time you can remember Buddha. So these are important, okay? And then today we stop here our teaching. And then let us dedicate our merit. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. Chancho Zenjo Rembo Je Ma Je Ba Na Je 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 Ba Nyam Ba Me Ba Yang Ko Ne Kon De Be Wa Jo.
Thank you, Khenpo, for those beautiful teachings today. We are now going to switch to our Dharma discussion. For those of you who are on Zoom, please stay where you are, and we will do the switching behind the scenes. For those of you who are on YouTube, you'll want to go to the Dharma discussion for today's date and sign in there. Thanks so much. We'll see you in just a moment.